besties. Hi, welcome in. We are going to go through my whole physical TBR today. Now, there are a lot of books. There's books on here, there's books next to you, there's some books right there kind of above you, there's some books under you, and there's books all along the stairs next to you. And yes, I'm on my stairs. We have a landing. That's where my bookcase is. Well, one of them. The books that are kind of next to you go on a different shelf, and then all the ones on the stairs and directly under you are all for my TBR cart. So, let's get to it. We're going to get into it. I'm not going to go through and do a synopsis of everything. I'm just going to go through and say the name of the book, the title, maybe comment on the cover or sprayed edges or whatever, but we're not going to do synopsis because that would take ages, absolute ages to do. So, I think maybe the best course of action is to start with the ones right next to you and then get into the rest, because you're going to see a little bit of a switch in angles as well. But let's get into it. So, next to you, I have the Iron Fae series. This, I don't know much about it, but it has 4 books. They look pretty interesting. Let me see if I can pull one of these out. Probably not. I just put lotion on my hands. Ow. So, this is what the first cover looks like. I believe this is the first one. But yeah, so I have that whole series that we are going to get to at some point. Some of my books don't look as new as others. Like, a lot of the stuff on this looks newer, and a lot of the stuff next to you and under you looks newer. But my dad owns a used bookstore, so I get some of my books from there as well. So some of my books do have cracked spines. I don't do that. That's just how I got them. But you'll see some of those as well along in this. So if you see them, I promise I'm not a spine breaker. Then we have the Sweep series. Oh, also the Iron Fae series is by Julie Kagawa? I'm probably not saying that right. And then we have the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan. There's 3 of these as well. Got these 3. So we got those to read as well. And then, let me actually lay those down so they don't potentially fall on you. I hurt my nail trying to get that book out. Then we have The Bazaar of Bad Dreams by Stephen King, which it still blows my mind that books used to be like this size and not like this size. Like, look at that difference. It's wild. But I have this by Stephen King. And then we have The Dark Half by Stephen King. And I think this is about werewolves, I believe. And then we have Thinner by Stephen King. Bag of Bones by Stephen King. Callie, don't touch the stack of books, please. They will fall. And then we have Embrace the Night and Hunt the Moon by Karen Chance. I believe these are probably part of a series. Looks like they are. But we have that one as well, those as well. And then we have Once in a Blue Moon by Simon R. Green. I also don't know what this is about. Sorry that the lighting's not great down here. Like, sometimes it's good. And then we have The Wastelands. So, actually, this book... Oh! So, both of these and another one that I have up there, I didn't bring down because I didn't think I had other books in the series, but these are both by Stephen King, and they are part of a series. So, we have those as well. And then we will get to this madness. So on this shelf, I'll start down, I'll grab some from down here. I have a bunch of books by Tess Gerritsen. She wrote a series that became the show Rizzoli and Isles on TV, and I really love that show. So we have Bloodstream by her, I Know a Secret by her, A Girl Missing, and The Silent Girl. And then I do have more by her down there, so. And, woo, bring me back. And then we have Life Support and Harvest by her as well. And The Surgeon and Ice Cold. So these are like mystery crime books, which I'm a big into, like crime shows. And then The Apprentice and The Keepsake. And Vanish, Body Double, The Mephisto Club. I definitely am saying that wrong, but whatever. And Die Again. And those are all the ones that I have by her. So let me get these back down here. And then we have the Dark Elf trilogy books. So we have Homeland, Exile, and Sojourn. And then we have Blood Ties by Karen E. Taylor. But these are by R.A. Salvatore, this series. I'm sorry if you hear my cat. She's deciding the zoomies are happening now. And then I also have The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, which this, I did DNF, a soft DNF of this. I could not get into it at first, and I just don't think I was in the mood for it, so I'm going to try to pick it up again at some point because I love, like, these distressed kind of edges that it has. And then we have Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey, which I probably won't read until next holiday season. And then because I'm a big zombie lover, I have The Zombie Survival Guide, A Complete Protection from the Living Dead by Max Brooks, which is just interesting. So I have those. And then this next shelf is all Book of the Month books. Now I do have some more that are actually on my TBR cart, which a lot of these I'm still going to choose from, I think, or I might kind of swap out some of the books on my TBR cart for some over here, since I haven't really given it a spice up at all. But I have A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen, The Heartless Hunter and Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli, which I'm very excited to get to. And then we have First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This will be my first book by them. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which will also be the first book by Taylor Jenkins Reid that I will be reading. I've heard it's really, really good. And then we have A Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall. The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I'm also very excited about that. And then we have Babylonia and Clytemnestra, probably saying it wrong, by Costanza Casati. I'm very excited about both of those as well. And then moving up, we have The Christmas Weather by Jacqueline Snow and The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. Both will also be read come Christmas, December holiday season time. And I got this book. I'm going to pull out the ones that I got when I went on my cruise and we went to Canada. I got a few books about kind of like Victoria and Vancouver and stuff like that, but they're all kind of like haunted books. So this one is The Haunting of Vancouver. I can speak. The Haunting of Vancouver Island, Supernatural Encounters with the Other Side by Shannon Sin, which I thought this cover was really cool. Kind of draws you in. And then I also got Murder at 40 Below, True Crime Stories from Alaska by Tom Brennan, because it was an Alaskan cruise. So I got that one. And then we got Haunted Inside Passage, Ghosts, Legends, and Mysteries of Southeast Alaska by Bjorn Dial. Probably saying that wrong, but... And then the last one I got was Victoria's Most Haunted, Ghost Stories from British Columbia's Historic Capital City by Ian Gibbs. So I'm excited to get to those because I love spoopy things. I'll stick those back where they go. And then I recently picked this up. I don't really know what it's about, but it looked interesting, and there's a sticker because I couldn't get it off. But we got The Bunker, Building for the End Times by Bradley Garrett. I thought that was just an interesting kind of cover. And then we have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Chalice of the Gods, which I loved Percy Jackson and the Olympians growing up. So I was very excited when I saw this in stores. But this looks like it's going to take place starting college time. And I recently got Chaos Walking, The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, which has apparently become a movie. And then we have Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre. I absolutely adore this cover. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just so pretty to me. I love it. I love it. So we have that one. And then we have these two books that I got while I was on my cruise. And they're actually signed by the author because the author was on the ship. So we have signed, both of these are signed. But it's The Alaskan Laundry by Brendan Jones and Whispering Alaska by Brendan Jones. So I have both of those as well that I got while I was on my cruise. And then we have Wither by Lauren DeStefano. The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. The Drowned Cities, which I feel like this might be part of a series. And I don't even know if this is the first one, but my dad saw it and thought that maybe I would like it. But this is by Paolo Bacigalupi. I don't know, I'm definitely saying it wrong. But I have that. And then we have Chosen to Die by Lisa Jackson with the lovely sticker that I cannot get off. The Clinic by Kate Quinn. I also love this cover quite a bit. When She Was Me by Marley Bush. Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. I love that cover as well. Survive the Night by Riley Sager. The Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent by Marie Brennan. Again, because I love zombies, World War Z by Max Brooks. Oh, he also wrote the Zombie Survival Guide. Cool. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I love the Hunger Games series, so I'm very excited to get to this one as well. I have not seen the movie yet, but I want to once I read the book. The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I've also heard great things about that. And then we have Holding the Reins, a Silver Pines novel by Paisley Hope. Her Night at the Museum by Bryn Donovan, which I think is just such a cute cover. So cute. And then we have, over here we have the, like, I have the first book in the series over on my TBR cart, but on this shelf, I'm not going to pull these ones out just because they don't have all of them, so I guess I'll bring you over. We have Ruthless Vows and Divine Rivals is over on the stairs. I have Glint here and Guild is over on the stairs. The Sacrifice, which the Ritual, is over there. We have the second book in the Atlas 6, which the first one's over there. Both of these, I have to get the second one still, but I got these, and it's The Shadow and Bone and Ruin and Rising by Lee Bardugo. But I have to get the second one in the series because they only had the first and third. And then we have The Curse by Harper L. Woods, which I have the first one over on the stairs. I also have Scarred over on the stairs, and I've already read Hooked. I have The Crooked Kingdom and Six of Crows, which is over there. Electric Idol and Wicked Beauty, which I have Neon Gods over there as well. The second two books in the Cruel Prince series, which I have Cruel Prince over there by Holly Black. Full Measures by Rebecca Yarros, which I need to get the rest of these. I don't have them quite yet, but I'm excited to read that because I love her. One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus, but One of Us is Lying is over there. Two Twisted Crowns and, oh my god, I'm blanking. One Dark Window, which is over there. The second and third book in the Housemaid series, which the first one's over there. Then we have Scythe by Neil Shusterman, which I'm very excited to get to this. I've heard this is really, really good. I've seen a lot of people rate it really high. The Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco, which the lovely Sarah Caroli has a quote in here, which is super exciting. I love Sarah. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. That might be one of the ones that makes it onto the TBR cart. And then yesterday my fiance let me get a few books as my Valentine's Day present. So we have Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson, because I thought I don't know much about this at all, but I thought the cover was really cute. And then we got The Coworker by Frida McFadden, which is her new book, which I'm excited to read. And then, because of the good old Larry reads, I have picked up God of Wrath by Raina Kent, the first book in the Legacy of God series, which I'm excited to get to. I like that it's got the sprayed colored edges. And then we have, the dust jackets have disappeared from these, but we have The Red Pyramid, Throne of Fire, and Serpent Shadow, which is the Kane Chronicles series by Rick Riordan, which I adore him. And then we have Serpent and the Wings of the Night, which is right here, because it's on my February TBR. And I have the second book, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. And then I have the first book in her, like, interconnected duet, which is The Songbird and the Heart of Stone, all by Carissa Broadbent. And I picked up These Violent Little Delights by Chloe Gong. Don't know what it's about, but it looked fantasy-esque, so I grabbed it. And then I have over here From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And I have the other three books in the series up here. They're all different sizes and covers and whatnot, but that's okay. I got them for a steal from somebody selling them online. And then I have Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling as the last one on this shelf. And then I will be right back when we switch views. Alright, a little change in background, which you can now see some of the books that I had stacked over yonder. Let's do what's currently on my February TBR first. So we have The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. Variation by Rebecca Yarros, which I'm very excited to get to. Sorry that I have to keep turning away from you. The Coven by Harper L. Woods, which I do love the sprayed edges on these. I've heard mixed things about these books, so I'm hoping I like them. The Road of Bones, the Ashen Series, Book 1 by Demi Winters, also from Book of the Month. And then Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister, also from Book of the Month. Alright. Now let's get to this. How do I want to do this? Let's see. We'll start with this section up here. So we have The Lost Bookshop and The Story Collector by Evie Woods, which I love the foiling on both of these. It's really pretty. Very excited to get to those. I picked them up specifically by how they looked. I didn't really read them at all. The Haunting by Natasha Preston. I love some of her other books, like The Lake I read and I really, really enjoyed, so I'm excited to get to that. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which I did start, The Starless Sea, which is also over here somewhere. And I didn't love it. I was listening to it on audiobook, and I think I might actually have to like read it or do immersive read, because I don't think I really liked the narrators. So I'm hoping that this one's really good. I know a lot of people say they like The Night Circus better, so I guess we'll have to see if that's the case. And then we have Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, with this beautiful, beautiful edition. I love these. I can't wait to get the third one in that when it comes out. Then we have The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. One of Us is Lying by Karen A. McManus, or Karen M. McManus. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I've read a couple Frida McFadden books and I really enjoyed them, so I hope that I really like that. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've heard that this series is also really good, so I'm excited to get to this as well. I really like that on the tops of the pages of this, next to the page numbers, there's just like this cute little acorn. I find that really cute. I don't know why, but I do. Then we have The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne, which, dragons, self-explanatory. Book of the Month book, The Wild Huntress by Emily Lloyd Jones. And The Dagger in the Flame by Catherine Doyle, also from Book of the Month. I like the image on the back of this as well. And then, only two more stacks, guys. Then we have The Shadow Key by Susan Stokes Chapman, which I really like the cover of this as well. It's got foiling. It's just like kind of mysterious, and I just really like it. Another book I grabbed solely based on what it looked like. The Neon Gods by Katie Robert. The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. The Haunting on the Hill by Elizabeth Hand. So this is like also about the haunting of Hill House, but written by somebody else, which I'm excited to read. Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks, which I think this is a really cute cover. Bride by Allie Hazelwood. Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Beldry, which I'm excited to get to this because I really loved Legends and Lattes. It was a very cozy fantasy, and I'm excited to read some more about it. Scarred by Emily McIntyre. I loved Hooked, so I'm very excited to continue this series. The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I just adore this cover. I think it's stunning. I've heard a lot of people say they didn't really love this book, but it's got nice purple sprayed edges, which it looks darker on camera than it. That's more what it looks like. But I think this is just a stunning cover. Stephen Brust, The Book of Dragon. Book of the Month book, Bloodguard by Cece Robson, with its really pretty sprayed edges. So pretty. Alice Feeney, Beautiful Ugly, also from Book of the Month. The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook, also Book of the Month. I have a lot of Book of the Month books, and do you want to know how many I've read? 1. I need to do better. Need to do better. And then I have 5 Broken Blades by Mai Corland, which these are probably some of my favorite sprayed edges that I've ever seen. Like, they're just so pretty. Plastic from Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Credence by Penelope Douglas. Mindhunter by John Douglas and Mark Olshaker. I'm very excited about this one. I found this on Marketplace and I know it's out of print now, but the discreet cover of Quicksilver. I absolutely adore this cover. I don't really like the new one with the person on it, so I was very excited that I got to find this. Like, I was so excited to find this that I ordered it immediately. So I'm very excited about this. I love that cover. It's a very dense book, but... Where Shadows Meet by Patrice Caldwell, which I really need to... I started this, and I still have my bookmarked in it. Honestly, I made it halfway through, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. But I received this as an ARC, and it comes out in April of this year, so I do need to get to this so that I can read it before it actually comes out, because I was given an ARC, which is very exciting. Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. Or Tessier, I don't know how you say it. The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen, with some other really pretty sprayed edges. Really, really pretty. Guild by Raven Kennedy, with sprayed edges. Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Monty. Definitely saying it wrong, but this has also got some really cool sprayed edges on it. A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Liang. Definitely saying that wrong as well. Really pretty sprayed edges. And finally, we have Heavenbreaker by Sarah Wolf. Also with really cool sprayed edges. I do have 2 more books that are on my Physical TBR. One of them I'm in the middle of, and one that I'm starting right after because they're part of my February TBR, but that is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, which I'm currently reading. I have like 150 pages left. And then I also have Up by My Bed Beach Read by Emily Henry. That's going to be the next book on the list. But yeah, so that is my whole Physical TBR. I do have a couple more, like the Vampire Diaries and Secret Circle series, but I don't think I have all of them, so I left those up there. But I also have those, and that's all I have here. I know that I have some books either at my dad's still from a while ago, or back at my grandma's house from when we lived there. So I do have to get those at some point, but the weather is supposed to be not great here this weekend. I can't go pick them up to put them in this video. So those are also going to be on here at some point. I'll probably add them into my next video. But that is all for my physical TBR. I am debating doing a Kindle TBR and an Audible TBR because I have a lot of books on both of those as well. So I was debating going through those and just putting up the pictures of them. But I guess we'll see. If you guys would be interested in that and seeing what I have on Kindle and Audible, I would love for you to let me know down below. Let me know out of all these books which ones were your favorites and which ones you'd like to see a video on. I'd love to try to fit those into a video for you. I'm going to try to fit most of them into videos anyway, but which ones I could do sooner. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Well, when this goes live, a great week. And thank you for any time that you give to me. I know it's not something you can get back, so any minute you choose to give to me really does mean the world, and I truly do appreciate it. I hope you guys all stay happy, healthy, and safe, and I will see you guys whenever I see you next. Bye!